innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
Kabataan, makisabay ka na.
Kahit may pandemya, huwag madismaya.
Dahil ang solusyo'y nakabang na, sabay tayong matuto at magsaya.
Ikaw at ako, sabay switch on na.
Tara na't matuto na in 3, 2, 1, let's go!
TV, 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 Aralan. TV, 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 kasiyahan. TV, TV, TV,
Kaalaman!
halina't
Sumama sa bagong paaralan. Pa-para-pa-pa. Pa-para-pa-pa-pa. Sariling galing ay paiitingin.
Kaalaman ay huwag patigilin.
Karagdagang talino ay matutuklasan na. Buksan ang TV, sarili handa.
Gayang ballpen at papel tayo'y matutunan.
Para tumutok na 3, 2, 1, let's go!
TV, 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 Aralan. TV, 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 kasiyahan. TV, TV, TV,
Kaalaman!
halina't
Sumama sa bagong paaralan. TV, TV, TV,
Aralan.
TV, TV, TV,
Kaalaman.
TV, 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 Karunungan! Halina't matuto sa makabagong paraan.
Ang isipan double.
Handang isipan na bukas. Halina't sumama sa bagong paaralan.
Responding to the challenge nowadays, embracing the new normal ways. The Visayas Central Elementary School is ready to air lessons for your modules. Oh, laging handa, tutulungan ka, kaya huwag kang mag-alala. Kahit ito'y kakaiba sa nakasanayan na, tumutok na at makinig nang masanay ka pa. Sa pagsagot ng module mo, di ka nag-iisa. Responding to the challenge nowadays, embracing the new normal station ways. The Visayas Central Elementary School is ready to air lessons for your modules. Oh, na 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 hey, na 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 hey, na 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 hey. AIM Radio for a good start. You are now listening to New Visayas on Air 99.0 AIM Radio for a good start.
Paminog ka sumanaman migtokul to langit, woy migtumpi to tanok kasublan maroson no kunog kailingan na. Kamigbalin tutuan noy, no sob-sob to kanamin gaynawa, woy migpunan to kanamin umul tumulo na anon na, no migpogpono so init ampaw to ingod. So ini kay kunto manaman amoy no ritibulsan to langit og sampit tumaroson nun ngaran na, dumat to kay kon mo panisingan na, kakalayag tahon liyag karanga, panayangan na, pamulingan, mandalingan, woy tumo dumapad, sublapad erit harikala, namigbahayan no to katongoda, tapog nongnong, tapog pataha, oyog patanod-tanod, kanami tumatolos nun tularo, no nakawaglit get ampot kawayhana, oyaw kaasolom, duo ko pianan na, woy katubungan na, magbabayo, sa ini kako din tugtubaro na, igbohoy kuro, diyo ko'y ko, ka magbabayon mamintoran, manama no olog nogdayrayon.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين اللهم اجمع شمل الأمات والنصارى والمسلمين في الفلبين وسلط مجتمعنا هذا بالسلم والأمن والتقدم في وطننا هذا آمين يا رب العالمين اللهم ارفع عنا البلاء والوباء والزلازل وسيء الأسقام وما ظهر منها وما بطن خاصة كوفيد-19 المنتشرة في العالم يا رب العالمين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصل اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم آمين يا رب العالمين.
Almighty Father, Creator of heaven and earth, we adore and worship your holy name, our healer, baptizer, Savior, and coming King. We stand in awe to your every creation in land, seas, and air. We humble ourselves, asking for forgiveness for our trespasses. Purify us, cleanse us, make us worthy to call upon you. We thank you, God, for the salvation you freely gave through Jesus. Today we call unto you to bless us and be a blessing to others. Empower our leaders, our teachers, give courage to the parents and inspiration to the young ones. May we always celebrate life and love. May we always acknowledge that without you, we are nothing. This we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Isang layunin, edukasyong may kalidad ay makakamit, kalinangan ay paitingin, pagiging positibo ay pananawigin, isang diwa, isa sa gawa, para sa ikabubuti ng kapwa, naniniwala na pagmamahal sa bayan ay solusyon sa kinabukasan. Edukasyon sa Panabo, panalo, Panabo ang sigurado. Sangay ng lungsod ng Panabo, aming liyag, minamahal ng may kapal. Bayan ay labis na mamahalin, pantay-pantay na pagtingin, ibabahagi ang katotohanan. Bawat bata ay may karapatan. Sama-sama sa pag-abot ng tagumpay. Di susuko sa mga pagsubok sa buhay. Babaunin ang karunungang natutunan. Maging mabuting halimbawa sa karamihan. Edukasyon sa Panabo, Panalo, Panaboan, sigurado. Sangay ng lungsod ng Panabo, aming liyak, minamahal ng may kapal. Ang tawing hangarin ay itatatak sa aming puso't damdamin. Maglilingkod ng buong katapatan.
Aming liyak, minamahal.
Nag-iisa at natatangi ka sa walang hanggan ng lungsod ng Panabo. Panabo.
Gising sa umaga, mundo'y naging iba. Si COVID-19, bigla lang dumating. Tayo ay lockdown at home quarantine. At kailangan pa may social distancing. Nalulungkot ka ba? Di ka'y nababagot. Huwag mag-alala dahil kami ay may sagot. Gabay sa iyong pagbasa, si mama at papa, si ate, si kuya, pati na rin si lolo at lola. Sa Reading Delights, tuloy ang pagbasa. Sa Reading Delights, tuloy ang ligaya. Bawat bata, bumabasa. Kahit panahon ng pandemya, we embrace the new normal. Tuloy ang pagbasa, tuloy ang ligaya. Oh, oh. Tuloy ang pagbasa. Oh, oh. Sa FF Panabo City, ito ang ating bida. Reading the Lights, ito ang ating programa. Sinusulong ang love sa pagbabasa. Ipagpatuloy natin ang nagsimula na. Basic curriculum ating ipinatupad. Home remedial reading ay namayagpag. Modular at radio-based learning modalities. TV online ay di pa huli. Sa Reading Delights, tuloy ang pagbasa. Sa Reading Delights, tuloy ang ligaya. Bawat bata, bumabasa. Kahit panahon ng pandemya, we embrace the new normal. Tuloy ang pagbasa. Sa Reading Delights, tuloy ang pagbasa. Sa Reading Delights, tuloy ang ligaya. Bawat bata, bumabasa. Kahit panahon ng pandemya, we embrace the new normal. Tuloy ang pagbasa. Tuloy ang ligaya. Oh, oh. Tuloy ang pagbasa. Oh, oh. Tuloy ang ligaya.
Innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
Hello, Panabawans! Maayong buntag, mga ka-reading delights. Mabuhay, Panabo City Division. I'm Teacher David Love Ramos Villarmino and welcome na naman po sa panibagong episode na ng Unlimited Stories for Reading Delights. Ayan, and today is Friday. It's March 11, 2022. And thank God, it's Friday kasi reading day na naman po. And I'm sure excited kayong lahat na makinig ng mga panibagong storya, unlimited na mga storya. Dito lang yan po sa Unlimited Stories for Reading Delights. And we are live from the station of New Visayas on air 99.0 AM radio for a good start. And also live din po tayo sa DepEd Panabo City Facebook page at saka sa Panabo City Division Reading Delights page. Ayan. And don't forget to like our page and also react to this live and share this live. And live din po tayo sa ating YouTube channel at saka sa Panabo Cable Channel 1. Ayan. So talagang live na live tayo every Friday yan. Dito lang sa Unlimited Stories for Reading Delights. And sa lahat ng ating viewers, good morning sa inyong lahat. Magandang umaga and I'm sure excited kayo today. Sige nga, mag-thumbs up kayo or mag-shoutout kayo kasi babasahin ko yan maya-maya, lahat ng shoutouts ninyo. Okay? And okay, before tayo mag-start na i-present ko yung mga story readers natin this morning, of course, may mga babatiin muna tayo ng mga special people po na naging bahagi ng ating programa. I would like to say good morning sa ating DepEd official sa Panabo City, especially sa ating Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Renate A. Solitario, and also sa ating Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Febigay Refamonte, and also sa ating CID Chief, si Sir Januario Yamota, and sa ating SGOD Chief, Ma'am Eileen Anyunuevo. Hello, ma'am! Good morning po sa inyong lahat. And sa ating education program supervisors dito sa Panabo City Division, especially sa mga bahagi ng programang ito, ang ating Division Reading Coordinator and at the same time ating English supervisor no sa English. So si Ma'am Maria Perpetua Angelita Suelto. Hello ma'am, magandang umaga sa iyo. At sa ating education program supervisor sa Filipino na si Sir Peter Mejares. Hello po. At sa ating education program supervisor sa MTB na si Ma'am Joanna Aguilar. Hello ma'am. And pati na rin sa ating education program supervisor sa science, si Ma'am Helia Pueblo. Hello po! At sa ating education program supervisor sa Araling Panlipunan na si Ma'am Marisa V. Hayoma. Ayan, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. And sa lahat ng reading coordinators, public schools district supervisors, magandang umaga din po sa inyong lahat. Sa lahat ng mga school head, lalong-lalo na sa aming school principal, Sir Julius I. Sueto. Hello sir, good morning po. At sa lahat-lahat po ng mga kaguruan sa Panabo City Division, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Yes, napakaganda ng umaga, napakagandang araw kasi may mga bago tayong aral na matutunan ngayong araw na ito na ihahatid natin sa ating mga mag-aaral dito sa Panabo City Division. And I'm sure na gustong-gusto nyo nang mapakinggan ang ating panibagong storya ngayong araw. Kaya hindi ko patatagalin pa at ipapakilala ko na sa inyo ang ating kauna-unahan na story reader ngayong araw. Okay. So, ang ating first story reader ngayong araw ay galing sa Santa Cruz Elementary School at ang kanila po school head ay si Sir Adralin A. Gomilan. And ang kanilang school reading program ay Combat, Reading and Communication Battle. At ang storya na kanyang ibabahagi ay may pamagat na Mga Tambol o Pabuto. O sinuwat ni Maria Violeta Superina Noya o gidrawing ni Thelma D. Insila. So kani siya nga istorya, i-share kini kanato ni Sir Arian C. Hirondio. Take it away, sir.
Innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
Mayong buntag mga bata. Kumusta? Hinaot ko nga naa mo karon sa maayong kahimtang kauban ang inyong ginikanan, lolo, lola, ate o si kuya. Okay. Karong buntaga mga bata, sasayan ko kamo og maanindot nga istorya. May tungod sa usa ka bata nga nagsaulog sa iyang sa iyang adlaw na tawhan. Okay. Karong buntag mga bata, kauban din ako ang ato ang estudyante sa Santa Cruz Elementary School nga si Francis Dave Pinili. Hello Francis Dave, good morning.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Good
So
morning.
andam Okay, good morning diha Dave. So andam na ba ka maminaw Dave?
Opo, sir.
Okay. O tanang bata diri sa Panabo. So Panabo City, andam na ba mo maminaw mga bata? Kung andam na kamo, comment diya sa ato ang comment section. Okay. So Dave, ang mga bata, pwede mo answer unya sa atong mga pangutana, inyo na po da siyang i-type diha para atong mabasa. Okay. So, atong sugdan na ang atong istorya. Ang uluhan sa atong istorya mao ang mga tambol ug pabuto. Okay. So, sinulat kini ni Maria Violeta Seperiano Nuya o gidrawing ni Telma Encela. Okay. Sa dili pa nato kani basahon mga bata, ato unang hisgutan o tun-an ang mga pulong nga angay hinduman unya. Una nga pulong, nagkapuliki. Unsa man ni nga pulong nga nagkapuliki? Unsa but pasabot niini? Ang but pasabot niini mga bata, busy sa kadaghan sa buluhaton. Okay, nagkapuliki, busy sa kadaghan sa buluhaton. Ikaduha nga pulong, naghinam-hinam. Unsa man kaning but pasabot sa pulong nga naghinam-hinam? Kini ay excited sa sorpresa. Okay. Ikatulo nga pulong mga bata, nagsudong. Unsa man ning nagsudong? Nagtan-aw o naglantaw. Ikaupat nga pulong, mao ang trahedya. Trahedya, panghitabo nga wala damha. Ikalima nga pulong, mao ang inosente. Ang inosente, ba't pasabot niini, walay malay o dili pa lalom o kahibalo. Okay. So muna mga pulong unya nga ato ang timanan samtang nagpadayon ang atong istorya. Okay, padayon kita sa unahan. Nobyembre 7, 2013, adlaw nga Webes, nagkapuliki ang tanang membro sa pamilya Ares. Nagpaburot sa mga balon si Papa Gino. Naghimo og cake si Mama Manel. Nagputos og mga regalo si Ate Marian. Samtang si Jaden, malipayon nga nagsudong nilang tulo. Papa! Mama! Nanginamin ko nga maabot ang Nobyembre 8 kay birthday na nako. Upat na akong edad. Yay! Sulti ni Jaden. Ugma na ka ng pitsa anak. Nahimuot nga tubag ni Mama Manil. Sigurado mi nga, makurat ka ugma sa mga surprise mo. Dugang pa ni Papa Gino. Okay. Unsa kaha ang gibati ni Jadin samtang nangandam ang iyang pamilya alang sa iyang adlaw nga tawhan. Okay. Frances, unsa ka ang gibati ni Jadin, Frances?
Malipayon nga nagtanaw sa iyang pamilya.
Okay, malipayon siguro siya or excited siya kay birthday na niya ugma. Okay. So mga bata, unsa man inyong kuan, ang inyong ikastorya no unsa ang gibati ni Jadin samtang nangandam ang iyang pamilya sa adlaw nga tawhan. Paki-comment lang sa ato ang comment section. Okay, padayon kita sa unahan. Kamalipayon ni Jadin sa tibok adlaw. Katawa dito, agik-ik diri. Wakhak ngadto. Ang makalingaw niyang tingog ang naglanog-lanog sa malipayong panimalay sa pamilya Ares. Okay. Pagkagabi, higda siya nga may pahiyom. Good night, Papa! Gino! Good night, Mama Manel! Good night, Nanguyab nga sulti ni Jadine. Pagkawa ko ninyo sa'yo ha? Hangyo niya. Okay. Pagkaugma, nakamata si Jadine sa kukusog nga tingog sa iyang papa nagsampit sa iyang ngalan. Jadine! Jadine! Mata na anak! Bangon na! Pagdali Jadine! Pukaw ni Papa Gino. Nibangon si Jadine o nadungog niya ang kalangas sa palibot. May tingog sa tambol o may nakapaka usab nga mga pabuto sa gawas sa ilang balay. Yay! Nabimriyot sa na! Birthday na ako! Ang singgit ni Jadine. Wow! Tingog sa tambol! Nay, panda! Unsan na napaka-paka? Yes! Nay, fireworks! Salamat kayo sa presa, Papa! Singgit ni Jadine. Sa kalit lang, niuyog ang tibok balay. Naibot o nalupad ang atop, lakip ng kisami. Nisyagit si Ate Marian. Pa! Ma! Jadine, manakot ta sa lalam sa lamesa! Unsa kaha ang nahitabo sa adlaw na tawhan ni Jadine? Okay, Francis Dave, unsa kaha ang nahitabo sa adlaw na tawhan ni Jadine? Yes, Francis Dave? Unsa kaha
Naay
ang nahitabo?
bagyo og linog og kusog nga hangin.
Mukha na hitabo, di ba birthday man niya pagkaugma? Dili ka surprise sa to siyang ginikanan? Okay mga bata, unsa kaha ang hitabo sa adlaw nga tawhan ni Jadine? Di ba naay mga surprise sa iyang ginikanan? Na mga surprise? Dili ka surprise to sa iyang ginikanan? Ha? Okay, padayon ta atong susihon sa unahan. Sa ilalim sa lamesa, natinga si Jadine nga nangutana. Natingala si Jadine nga nangutana. Nag-partner games na ate? O Jadine, ayaw og panha kay naa si Yolanda. Tubag ni Ate Marian. Yolanda? Ako na bisita? Pagsusi ni Jadine. Nagda siya og regalo? Nahilom sa makadyot si Papa Gino, Mama Manel ug Ate Marian. O kalit nga nangatawa. Happy birthday Jadine! Dungan nila nga sulti. Malipayon ang tibok pamilya, gabisan pa sa tunga sa dakong trahedya. Makasinati gihapon sila sa mga tingog sa tambol o kaanindot sa mabuto, pinaagi sa inosenteng bata nga si Jadine. Ni patigbabaw gihapon ang paglaom sa pamilya Ares nga malatasan nila ang kabangis ni Bagyong Yolanda basta kumpleto sila. Okay. Daghang salamat Ginoo. Galuwas ang akong panimalay. Pangaliya ni Mama Manil. O pangutana. Okay. So, mo kato di ay ang istorya no. Okay. Ang hitabo di ay sa adlaw nga tawhan ni Jadine ni abot si Bagyong Yolanda. Okay. So, wala kalibutan sa Jadine nga muo na ang hitabo ang adlaw sa pabuto nga mga kusog sa pagtanog sa ilang balay more dito reaction sa Bagyong Yolanda. So nagpasalamat ang ginikanan nila ni Jadine nga safety gihapon ang iyahang pamilya nga nagsaulog sa adlaw nga tawhan ni Jadine nga samtang naabot ang Bagyong Yolanda. Okay, mga bata. So naati pangutana. Okay, I'm sure nga maka-answer mo kay namina man gud mo sa istorya. Okay, unang pangutana. Kinsa man ang bata sa sugilanon nga nagsaulog sa iyang adlaw na tawhan o birthday? A. Si Jadine. B. Si Marian. C. Si Gino. Okay, paki-check lang sa inyong ano. Okay, Francis, ikaw sa imuhang tubag at Francis.
Si Jadine.
Okay. Ang traon sa unahan. Okay, mga bata, ang sa inyong answer? Okay, niingon dira si Fabi C. Si Jmar Babor, letter A ang giyaha, si Jadine. Okay, tama. Okay, unahan ba itong tanawon ba kung tama bang answer? Letter A ba? Ang gustong tubag, letter A, si Jaden. Okay, naminag uday ang mga bata. Okay. Ikaduha nga pangutana. Kanus ang birthday ni Jaden? Urong adlaw nga tawhan niya. A, Nobyembre 28. B, Nobyembre 18. C, Nobyembre 8. Okay, unsa yung tubag? Okay.
Si
Dito-
November 8.
Okay, ang tubag ni Francis Dave kay C, November 8. Yung tubag po diri si Angelo Tagalog Apelianas, letter A po iyang answer 28. Yung tubag po si Cristel Joseph, letter C ang iyang answer, November 8. Atong susihon sa unahan. Okay. Ang gustong tubag kay letter C, Nobyembre 8. Okay, tama. Palakpakan mga bata. Okay, nakakuha doon sa pangutana. Sunod nga pangutana. Nadayon ba ang selebrasyon sa birthday ni Jaden? Nadayon ba ang birthday niya? A, oo. Daghan sila og handa. B, wala tungod kay adunay trahedya. C, wala kay nasakit siya. Okay? Kung saan mong answer, Francis Day?
B, wala tungod kay adunay trahedya.
Okay. Mga bata, sa answer ninyo? Okay, niingon diri si Shane. Letter C. Ang iyaha. Okay, niingon answer po si Alexandra. Okay, wala man. Okay, so ato susihon sa unahan kung unsa ang sakto nga tubag. Okay. Ang gusto nga tubag kay letter B, wala. Tungod kay ay dunay trahedya. Natitabo ang dako nga trahedya ang bagyong Yolanda. Okay. Sunod nga pangutana. Ikaupat nga pangutana, unsa ang gibuhat sa pamilya Ares sa panahon sa trahedya? Unsa gibuhat nila? A, nagtago sa ilalom sa lamesa uban ang pag-ampo sa Ginoo. B, wala tungod kay nang hadlok sila. C, nagsyagit og nangayog tabang sa gobyerno. Unsa ba ang gibuhat sa pamilya Ares sa panahon sa trahedya? Yes, ikaw Francis Dave, unsa imong answer?
A, nagtago sa ilalom sa lamisa uban ang pag-ampo sa Ginoo.
Okay. So umuna ang answer nimo, Francis Dave. So ni answer po si Maria Phoebe Sheira ingon sa letter A pud iyaha. Nagtago sa alalom sa lamisa uban ang pag-ampo sa Ginoo. Atong sa sihon ang hustong tubag. Okay, letter A ang hustong tubag. Nagtago sa ilalom sa lamisa uban ang pag-ampo sa Ginoo. Muko na ang pinaka-importante no nga mangandam kita sa kanunay. Lima nga pangutana. Okay. Kung ikaw ang naa sa maong sitwasyon nga adunay mahitabo nga trahedya sama sa bagyo, unsa ang angay nimong buhaton nganuman? Okay, Francis Dave. Kung ikaw ang naa sa sitwasyon ni Jaden nga nahitabo ang trahedya, unsa imong buhaton?
Ning magbakwit sa safety nga lugar kauban ang pamilya ug ang pagkampo sa Ginoo.
Okay, tama. So kung maingon ang gobyerno nga bakwit dayon. Okay. Kung ang pinaka-lindot nga buhaton is magmangandam ta, okay, maghimo tag kanang mo apil ta sa mga drill yung saon paghimo sa pagpapangandam sa atong kinabuhi no nga kung maabot ang trahedya, kabalo kita mo safety sa atong pamilya, sa atong kagulingon. Okay, tama Francis. Okay, aba mga bata, unsa man inyong buhaton? Kung kamo naa sa sitwasyon ni Jaden. Okay. Okay, ingon si Iga, Andren kay magbakwit og mangandam. Tama, sakto ang gibuhat. Ingon pa si Rojan Dumana, mo evacuate sa evacuation center. Tama, no? Kinahanglan nga mutuo jud ta, mutuman jud ta sa mando sa gobyerno kung pahabakwiton ta kay para po na sa tuang kaayuhan, para po sa safety sa atong kagalingon ug safety sa atong pamilya. Okay. So, naabot tayo makatunan mga bata karong adlaw. Okay. So, muna mga bata nga dito kalimtan nga ang pagpangandam importante kayo. So, ang atong moral lesson ni ana mga bata nga kinahanglan mangandam kita sa tanang panahon. Sama sa Boy Scout o Girl Scout o sa mga mantra ana, laging handa. Okay. Daghang salamat kaninyong tanan. Daghang salamat Francis Dave sa imuhang pag-uban kanako karon. Daghang salamat sa mga ginikanan ug mga bata nga naminaw gayud sa ato ang storya karon nga nakakuha kitag maayong pagtulun-an. Sa Santa Cruz Elementary School, thank you so much sa inyong pag-participate sa kanunay sa Reading Delights. And sa ato ang New Visayas FM station, thank you so much sa inyong pag-guide na mo, pag-create ni ining RBI para nga magpadayon ang atang story sa mga bata. O sa atong Panabo Reading Delights, thank you so much to our Division Reading Coordinator, Ma'am Bimis Welto. Thank you so much sa imuhang opportunity nga gihatag kanamo nga para magpadayon ang among pagistorya sa mga bata. Okay, daghang salamat. Amping tang kanunay, dalahay god ang atong buhing Dios.
Salamat.
Innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
Thank you so much, Sir Arian C. Hirondillo of Santa Cruz Elementary School na nagbahagi sa atin ng kwento na may pamagat ng mga tambol o pabuto na naghatag sa ato og leksyon no nga kinahanglan andam jud daw ta kanunay kung adunay mga trahedya nga maabot sa atong kinabuhi og dili mabalakan nga kay sama sa ingon niya nga ang Boy Scout o Girl Scout na laging handa. Nag-ingon po diri nga ang pag-ampo o pagsalig sa Dios maoy mahimong instrumento aron kita madig-on sa pagsulay. Yes, tinuod na no. So di jud ta mawad-an og pagsalig sa atong Ginoo. Kanunay tang mag-ampo kay ang Ginoo nagtan-aw lang man diha kanato og andam siyang mutabang kung unsa man ato mapanginahangamnon. Og ang pakighiusa sa usa ka pamilya mahimong pundasyon para ikaw dili matumba kung moabot ang trahedya sama sa karon sa atong nasinati nga pandemya. So na din na ang pagtinabangay sa pamilya. So kung ikaw na down, so taban kasi mong pamilya no na ay mga suporta ana. So para dili ta mawad-an og pag-asa. So nindot kay nga istorya ang iyang gi-share sa tuwa karong adlaw. Ug daghan po kayong salamat sir sa imong pupil interactor na nakauban nato karon si Francis Dave C. Pinili of Grade 3 Rizal of Santa Cruz Elementary School. Ug ang iya pong advisor, si Sir Arian C. Hirondillo. So daghan kayong salamat, Francis. Labi na sa imong pamilya nga nagsuporta sa imong mahimong pupil interactor karong buntaga. Og dili na nato dugayon, let's proceed to our next storyteller this morning. Ang atong next storyteller this morning ay from Rizal Elementary School. And ang kanilang school principal po ay si Ma'am Ramilin F. Antalan. And their school reading program, Reading Ingenuity Zealous to Achieve Learning. At may kwento po siya na may pamagat na ang sinungaling na lobo. At sinulat ito ni Lorna B. Castillo at Jennifer F. Dichoso. At makakasama din niya ang kanyang pupil interactor na papakilala po niya sa atin maya-maya. Ang atin pong next storyteller sa Filipino, Kinder to Grade 3 ay walang iba kundi si Ma'am Bernalyn May F. Opoy.
Innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
Ayan, magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Magandang umaga sa ating tagapakinig, lalo-lalo na ang ating mga mag-aaral, mga magulang, at ang ating mga bisita na kasubaybay sa ating Reading Delights ngayong umaga. Ako po ay nagagalak at ako po ngayon ay ang iyong magiging storyteller sa Filipino. So, handa na ba tayong lahat na makinig sa ating kwento? Bago niyan, akin munang ipakikilala sa inyo ang aking student interactor na si Miel Galara. Hi Miel, kumusta ka Miel?
Mabuti naman po.
Okay, so handa ka na ba sa ating kwento ngayong umaga? Handa ka na ba, Mil, para makinig sa ating kwento ngayong umaga?
Opo.
Okay, so makinig ka dyan, Mil, dahil mayat maya tatawagin kita para basahin ang ating talasalitaan. Ang ating kwento ngayong umaga ay pinamamagatang Ang Sinungaling na Lobo. Ito ay halaw sa isang pabula ni Ayuso. Bago tayo magsimula, Miel, maaari mo bang basahin sa kanila ang ating talasalitaan ngayong umaga? Miel? Ano ang ibig sabihin ng sinagpang, Miel? Ang susunod, paghihinagpis. Gantimpala. Umatungal. At ano naman ang humahalakhak? Okay, so sa tingin ko ay natapos ng basahin ni Miel ang ating talasalitaan ngayong umaga. Atin nang simulan ang ating kwento. Isang umaga, si Lou, isang lobo, ay nakakita ng isda sa may lawa. Agad niya itong sinagpang. Samantala, habang kinakain niya ito sa ilalim ng puno, isang munting tinik nito ang tumusok sa kanyang lalamunan. Hindi niya ito maalis-alis. Ito ay naging napakasakit. Sa tindi ng sakit at paghihinagpis, siya ay umatungal ng malakas. Maghapon siyang naglakad sa gubat. Humanap siya na maaaring makapag-alis ng tinik sa kanyang lalamunan. Isa man sa kanyang nilapitan ay walang makakatulong sa kanya. 3:00 na ng hapon nang makausap niya si Candy, isang uri ng ibon na nasa ilalim ng puno ng akasya. Si Candy ay may mahabang tuka at alam ni Lou na ito rin ay mabait. Paluhod pang nangako si Lou na kung aalisin lamang ni Candy ang tinik sa kanyang lalamunan, ay ibibigyan niyang lahat ang kanyang ari-arian. Madali namang nahabag si Candy at sinabing niyang susubukan niyang alisin ang tinik na nagpapahirap sa lobo. Humiga si Lou sa may batuhan at ibinukan niya ang husto ang kanyang bibig. Dahan-dahan namang ipinasok ni Candy ang kanyang mahabang tuka at pati na ang kanyang maliliit na ulo upang maabot ang maliit na tinik sa lalamunan ni Lou. Nang maalis ang tinik sa lalamunan ni Lou, hiningi ni Candy ang kanyang gantimpala. Humalakhak lamang si Lou nang malakas at inilabas ang kanyang mga matatalim na pangil at sinabi ang ganito. Magpasalamat ka at hindi kita kinain nang ipinasok mo yung ulo sa aking bibig. Nakapasok at nakalabas ng lamang bahid na gasgas ang iyong ulo at ikaw hindi napahamak. Nabigla si Candy at sinabing, walang hiya, walang utang na loob. Kanina lamang ay naglulumuhod kang lumapit sa akin at nagmamakaawa. Pagkatapos ay ako pa ngayon ang may utang na loob. Kangahanga ka naman. Pagkatapos kitang iligtas, ay hihingi pa ikaw ng pasalamat sa akin? Ay, naku. Ayan. Diyan po nagtatapos ang ating kwento. May kasabihan po tayo na ang sino mang nasa kagipitan nga naman ay sumpat pangako walang katapusan. Ang moral lesson na ating makukuha sa kwento ay ibibigay sa atin ni Miel. Miel, maaari mo bang i-share sa amin ang moral lesson sa ating kwento ngayong umaga, Miel?
Ang paggawa ng mabuti at pagtulong sa kapwa ay dapat walang kapalit at bukal po sa ating kalooban.
Ayan.
Maniniwala sa mga pangako lalo na sa mga taong walang isang salita.
Tama. Magaling, Miel. Maganda ang moral lesson na binahagi mo sa amin. Tama lahat ang iyong mga sinasabi. Lagi po natin tatandaan mga bata, maging tapat sa mga sinasabi sapagkat ito ay nagpapatunay na ikaw ay mabuti sa iyong kapwa. Huwag manglamang sa kapwa-tao. Ayan! Natapos din po ang ating maikling kwento. Nagustuhan niyo ba mga bata? Ayan, sana naman po ay nagustuhan niyo. Bago po tayo pumunta sa ating mga katanungan, again, tatawagin ko muli si Miel upang basahin ang mga katanungan at ibigay rin niya po ang mga tamang kasagutan. Okay, Miel, handa ka na ba para sa ating mga katanungan ngayong umaga? Handa ka na, Miel? Okay. Maaari mo bang basahin ang unang katanungan, Miel?
Ano ang pamagat ng ating kwento? Letter A, ang lobo at ang ibon. Letter B, si Lou at Candy. Letter C, ang sinungaling na lobo.
Ano ang sagot, Miel?
Letter C po, teacher, ang sinungaling na lobo.
Magaling! Tama! Ang tamang sagot po ay letter C, ang sinungaling na lobo. Yan din po ang sagot ni Leonard Mendoza at saka si Marichu Salvador. Ganun din po ang sagot nila. Maraming salamat mga bata. Tama ang inyong sagot. Next, punta tayo sa tanong number 2.
Sino-sino ang mga tauhan sa kwento? Letter A, Lou at Candy. Letter B, Ben at Martha. Letter C, si Lou at Ben.
Tamang sagot?
Letter A po, teacher, si Lou at Candy.
Magaling. Tama ka na naman ulit, Miel. Tama, ang sagot ay si Lou at si Candy. Ganon din ang sagot ni Kyrie at saka ni Ray. A din ang kanilang sagot. Okay, punta tayo sa ikatlong tanong.
Ano ang pinangako ni Lou kay Candy? Letter A, ibibili niya ng maraming pagkain. B, ibibigay niya ang lahat-lahat niyang ari-arian. Letter C, dadalhin niya sa kanyang bahay.
Tamang sagot, Miel?
Letter B po, teacher, ibibigay niya ang lahat-lahat niyang ari-arian.
Tama. tama lahat ang sinabi mo, Miel. Ang tamang sagot ay letter B. Ibibigay niya ang lahat-lahat niyang ari-arian. Okay, ganun din naman ang sagot ni na Shane, Micah, Sharon, Marife, ganun din yung kanilang mga sagot. Okay, punta tayo sa katanungan bilang 4.
Saan lugar nakakita ng isda si Lou? Letter A, lawa. Letter B, bukid. Letter C, dagat.
Sagot?
Letter A po, sa lawa.
Very good. Tama. Letter A. At ang huling katanungan, bilang 5.
Ano ang nangyayari kay Lou? Bakit siya humingi ng tulong kay Candy? Letter A, siya ay nadapa. Letter B, siya ay nagkagat ng ahas. Letter C, siya ay natinik sa isda, kinain niya sa may lawa.
Sagot?
Letter C po, teacher, siya ay natinik sa isdang kinain niya sa may lawa.
Okay, very good, Miel. Tama. Ang tamang sagot po ay letter C. Siya ay natinik sa isdang kinain niya sa may lawa. Ganon din po yung sagot ni Raven Rush. Ganon din ang sagot ni Ashi, ni Dwin Cells. Letter C din ang kanilang mga sagot. Okay, so dyan po nagtatapos ang ating kwento. Salamat sa iyo, Miel. Ako po ay nagagalak na maging storyteller ulit ngayong umaga, Miel. Maraming salamat sa pagiging student interactor ko ngayong umaga. Okay, nagustuhan mo ba yung kwento, Miel?
Opo.
Okay, so maraming salamat, Miel. Sana ay lagi nating tatandaan po yung moral lesson ng ating kwento. Okay, bago po ako magpaalam, nais ko po munang batiin ng magandang umaga ang lahat po na naging nasa likod ng ating Reading Delights, and of course, sa lahat po ng naging parte nito programa, our School Division Superintendent, Sir Solitario, and of course, our school principal, Ma'am Ramilin F. Antalan, and to our English supervisor and Ma'am Suelto, and to our Filipino supervisor, Sir Peter Mijares, and of course, to our MTB supervisor, Ma'am Aguilar. Marami pong salamat sa opportunity na ito at sana po ay nagustuhan niyo ang ating kwento. Maraming salamat and God bless po sa ating lahat. Paalam, Yel!
Innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the Division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
Ayan, maraming salamat po, Ma'am Bernalyn May F. Opoy of Rizal Elementary School na nagbahagi sa atin ng kwento na ang sinungaling na lobo at nagbigay ito sa atin ng aral na ang pagtulong sa kapwa ay walang hinihingi kapalit at ito lamang ay isang simpleng gawain ng isang tunay na tao. So isang napakagandang gawain po ang pagtulong sa kapwa, lalo na sa mga talagang nangangailangan, lalo na ngayon sa panahon ng pandemya. Okay, so maraming salamat po. At saka sa iyong pupil interactor na si Miel Azaria D. Galaura of Rizal Elementary School. Ayan, maraming salamat sa iyo sa pagiging pupil interactor ngayong umaga. This time naman, makakasama natin ang ating pangatlong story reader. Mula po siya sa San Vicente Elementary School at ang kanilang school principal ay si Ma'am Rosemary S. Patriarca at ang kanilang reading program po ay Read Alert. Ang storya po na kanya ibabahagi sa atin ay Pinamagatan na Daniel in the Den of Lions, published by WS Pacific Publication Inc. and or Incorporated. And this will be shared to us by Ma'am Janeline C. Hamago.
Innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
Hello! A pleasant morning to all our kiddie viewers and listeners out there. Welcome to Unlimited Stories for Reading Delight. Friday is indeed an exciting day because, as we all know, Friday is our reading day. And yes, we prepare lots of exciting stories that bring and teach life lessons. Are you excited with that? Okay, by the way, it is my pleasure to introduce to you my pupil interactor this morning from San Vicente Elementary School under the advisory of Mrs. Lolita Esne Menzo. Please help me welcome Erickson Neil Ibabaw.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
How are you, Erickson? Looking good today?
Yes, I am fine today, ma'am.
Wow, good to hear that. Are you excited to hear our lesson, our story for today?
Yes. Oh, yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
that's good to hear. Okay, we will start. Are you excited? Be
Yes.
ready. Okay, we'll start our lesson today or our story for K to Free English. It is a Bible story published by WS Pacific Publication Incorporated. The title is Daniel in the Den of Lions. Okay, will you read the title of our story, Erickson?
Daniel in the Den of Lions.
Okay, thank you. Now let's start from the word meaning. Okay, I have here 5 words and its meaning. I will read to you word number 1. Okay, the first word is seal. It means an embossed emblem, figure, symbol, word, letter, etc. It is used as attestation or evidence of authenticity. The picture shown here is an example of a royal seal of King George of London. Now, will you please read to us the word number 2 and its meaning? Erickson, go ahead.
Number 2. Den. The lair of a wild, usually predatory animal.
Okay, I have here the example of a den. Actually, it's a lion's den in Arc Avalon Zoo in Luzon. All right, let's proceed to our word number 3. The third word is palace, the official residence of a chief of state, such as a monarch or a president. Of course, I have here the example our very own Philippine Malacanang Palace. Okay, please read word number 4, Erickson.
Number 4. Temple. A building devoted to the worship or for religious practice.
All right, and the example here is an Angkor Wat temple in Cambodia. And the fifth word is king. King, the male ruler of an independent state, especially one who inherits the position by right of birth. The example I've shown here is King Henry VIII of England. So those are the 5 words. Take note of that. Seal, den, palace, temple, and king. Those 5 significant words, okay, we will encounter that later as we go on to our story today. Shall we start our story? Many years ago, the land which were under the Babylonian or the Chaldean Empire later became the Empire of Persia. King Darius ruled over this land. In this kingdom lived an old man named Daniel, who held a high place of honor due to his wisdom. This made the other princes and rulers very jealous. They tried to find something evil in Daniel so that they could speak to king against him. These jealous nobles knew that Daniel prayed to God 3 times every day. He went to his room, opened the window that overlooked the city of Jerusalem, and made his prayer. Jerusalem at that time was in ruins and the temple no longer stood. But Daniel prayed 3 times each day, facing the place where the temple once stood. All right, I have here a statement. Let's check if it is right or wrong, Erickson. Daniel was a prophet and a righteous man based on the previous slides. Okay, is it Daniel was a prophet and a righteous man? Is it right or is it wrong?
Right?
Okay, correct. Daniel was a prophet and a righteous man. Okay, let's continue. The nobles thought that through Daniel's prayer, they could find a cause to do him harm and perhaps even put him to death. So they came to King Darius and said, all the rulers, nobles, and officials have agreed to have a law made that for 30 days no one shall ask anything from any god or any man except from you, O king. And if they disobey, they will be thrown into the den of lions. Now, King Darius did not realize that the nobles and officials were setting a trap for Daniel. The king agreed and signed the law with his royal seal. The nobles and officials were happy. King Darius was pleased with his law, which would set him even above the gods. So, without asking for Daniel's advice, he agreed and the law was made. Daniel knew that the law had been made, but every day he went to his room 3 times, opened the window that looked towards Jerusalem, and offered his prayer to the Lord, just as he had always done. The jealous nobles watched this for a little while, and then they went to the king. The nobles further informed the king, there is one man who does not obey this law, which you have made. It is Daniel, one of your counselors. When the king heard this, he was very sorry for what he had done. This was because he loved Daniel and knew that no one could take his place in the kingdom. King Darius was sad and worried for that whole day. In vain, he tried to find some way to save Daniel's life. When evening came, the jealous nobles and officials came back to him and reminded him that the law must be enforced. Very unwillingly, the king sent for Daniel and ordered that he should be thrown into the den of lions. Sadly, he said to Daniel, may your God, whom you serve so faithfully, will save you from the lions. All right, I have here another statement, Erickson. Now let's check if it is right or wrong. The king was extremely sad and worried that Daniel was in the lion's den. He could not eat nor sleep the entire night. Is it
It
right or
is.
is it?
It is right, ma'am.
Yes, correct. It is right. It is correct. Now let's continue. Daniel was led to the mouth of the pit where lions were kept, and then he was thrown in. Over the mouth of the pit, they placed a stone, and the king sealed it with his own seal, so that no one could take away the stone and let Daniel out of the den. After this, King Darius went back to his palace. But that night he was so sad that he could not eat and sleep either. Next morning, he rose up early and went hastily to the den of lions. After removing the stones, he called out in a sorrowful voice, scarcely hoping to hear any answer from Daniel. "O Daniel, has your God been able to keep you safe from the lions?" called out King Darius sadly. And out of the darkness came the voice of Daniel, saying, "O king, may you live forever. My God has shut the mouth of the lions. They have not hurt me, because my God saw that I have done no wrong." King Darius was very glad. He ordered to take Daniel out of the den at once. Daniel was brought out safe because he had trusted God completely. Then King Darius commanded that the nobles be brought to him as they had spoken against Daniel. The nobles were brought in front of King Darius along with their wives and children, as the king was very angry with them. They were all thrown into the lion's den, and in no time the hungry lions leaped upon them and tore them into pieces. After this, King Darius declared to the people of his kingdom, saying, "I make a law that everywhere among my kingdom men should worship the God of Daniel. This is because he only is the living God, above all other gods, who only can save men." Daniel lived for many years after being saved from the lions. He stood beside the king until the end of his reign. Daniel had several wonderful dreams and visions, which showed him that would happen in future, even the coming of Jesus Christ. All right, that ends our story. Daniel in the Den of Lions. Now, I have here a significant question to all our viewers, our children out there. Please feel free to type, to comment your insights and your views. Please do answer the question, what have you learned from the story? What have you learned from the story? I want to hear first from Erickson before I will read the comments of our viewers. Erickson, it's your turn.
I learned in the story that Daniel was a very righteous man. He is very courageous, and even in life's hardest situations, he still believed in God and prayed.
Wow, that's good to hear. It's true. Daniel is our model in terms of praying, right? He prayed three times every day despite of the threat, yet still do what is right for God because that is his commitment to pray to God. Okay, now let's read to our in our live viewers. According to Sophia Hill, we should only worship and pray to the living God. Yes, that's true. Okay, another one. I want to see more answers. Okay, from Dwayne Eric, James Alderite. Always trust God and do not be jealous. True. Jealousy is a sin. That's right. Next, one more. Last one. Daniel still believed in God. Yes, despite of the threat, despite of the anything that would possibly happen to him, or it may lead him to death. Still, Daniel prayed to his God. Have faith in God, even you are in danger. That's true. All right. Thank you for your answers and for your comments. Now let's proceed to our question portion, answer and question answer portion. our comprehension questions. Question number 1. Will you please read the question, Erickson? And please, okay, I will read the choices. Will you please read the question?
What is the title of the story?
One more.
What is the title of the story?
Okay. A. Daniel in the fire furnace. B. Daniel in the deep river. Or letter C. Daniel in the den of lions. What is your answer, Erickson?
C. Daniel in the den of lions.
Okay, correct. Now, okay, wait. We will also check our live viewers. Aubrey, Adrian, Igan, Janelle, and Sophia, Rosemary. They answer letter C. Now let's reveal. All right. You're all correct. The correct answer is letter C. Daniel in the den of lions. Now I will read to you question number 2. Who plotted to kill Daniel? Who plotted to kill Daniel? Is it A, the army generals, B, the magicians and astrologers, or letter C, the rulers, nobles, and officials? What will be your answer, Erickson?
Letter C. The rulers, nobles, and officials.
Okay, Adrian, Sophia, Leonard, who else? Mark Earl, Kenneth, Shane, all of them also answer letter C. Now let's reveal what is the correct answer. All right, it's letter C, the rulers, the nobles, and officials. Now, question number 3. Can you read it, Erickson?
Who did God send to help Daniel by shutting the lion's mouth?
One more.
Who did God send to help Daniel by shutting the lion's mouth?
Okay, is it letter A, a lion trainer, B, an angel, or letter C, the jailer? What is your answer, Erickson?
Letter D. An angel.
Now let's see what is the answer of our live viewers. Leonard, Kenneth, Diane, Sophia, Adrian, Earl. No. Sophia, Leonard. Okay, all of them also answer letter B. Now let us see what is the correct answer. All right. It's letter B, an angel of the Lord. Question number 4. I will read it to you. What was the king last words to Daniel? What was the king last words to Daniel? A. Good luck. I am sorry. This had to happen. B. May your God, whom you faithfully served, will save you. Or letter C. If only you had just obeyed the law, you wouldn't be in trouble. Now, what is the correct answer? Erickson?
Letter B. May your God, whom you faithfully serve, will save you.
All right. Letter B for Erickson. For Sophia, Adrian, Leonard. Who else? Anderich, Stephen, Shane, Aubrey, Dinah. Okay, they all answer letter B. Okay, let's reveal what is the correct answer. Okay, check. It's letter B. May your God, whom you serve faithfully, may your God, whom you faithfully serve, will save you. Last but not the least, question number 5. Please read it, Erickson.
What did the king do with the man who tried to kill Daniel?
One more.
What did the king do with the man who tried to kill Daniel?
A. He threw them in the lion's den. B. He put them in prison. Or letter C. He sent them to Egypt.
Letter A. He threw them in the lion's den.
Okay, letter A for Erickson. For Rosemary also, letter A. Leonard, letter A. Raf. Letter A, Dinah Toribio. Hello, my dear. Thank you for participating. Janelle, letter A. Aubrey, letter A. Who's this? Angelina, Churi dear. Okay, I will read as much as I can. Sophia and Raf, all of them answer letter A. Now let's see. Let us see if it's letter A. All right, you're all correct. It is letter A. He threw them into the lion's den or in the lion's den. All right. Now let's proceed to the morals of the story. After hearing all your insights, I will also share to you the morals of the story. The first one is, okay, be brave like Daniel and stand firm in your faith. Okay, another again, be brave like Daniel and stand firm in your faith. The threat of an agonizing death did not change his trust in God. Daniel even refused to take the easy way out and abandon his God. And because of his strong faith, God's awesome miracle was indeed revealed and manifested. I'm sorry, it's a typo error. It's manifested. All right. Another one. It is from Elder Brian Matheson. He says, when you have faith in God, you don't have to worry about the future. You just know it's all in his hands. And you just go to and do your best. And the last but not the least, another moral. Okay, it is a Bible verse taken from the book of James, chapter 1, verses 2 and 3. James, chapter 1, verses 2 and 3. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. All right. That ends our story for Cato Free English today, entitled Daniel in the Den of the Lions. I hope you learned something significant today, and that is to stand and keep our faith. I would like to say thank you to our Panabo City SDO, of course, to our technical working group, to Mom Julie out there. If you are behind the camera, thank you so much for the assistance to Erickson. Mom Julie, God bless you. Thank you, Mom Nemenso, the advisor of Erickson. Ibabaw to your mama and papa for the permission to be there. Okay. And of course, to you, my dear people interactor, Erickson Neil Ibabaw. Very active, very intelligent. Thank you so much for your insights and for your participation. I will give you time to greet your friends and your classmates. All right, it's your time.
Hello, Mama and Papa.
Say thank you to your friends and to your classmates.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you to my friends, to my mom, my dad that supported me to this happening today. Thank you.
Are you
Thank
happy?
you. Yes, Mom.
Oh, wow,
Very
it's
happy.
wow, I see it in your smiles. Okay. Till next time, that's it for now. This is Mom Jen Hamago of San Vicente Elementary School saying, God bless everyone and keep safe always. See you later, Erickson.
Thank you, Mom.
Bye.
Bye.
Innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
All right, thank you so much, Ma'am Janeline C. Hamago of San Vicente Elementary School. She shared to us the story titled Daniel in the Den of Lions. And it gives us a lesson that God rewards the faithful who, amid the circumstances, continued to believe in his wisdom, mercy, and power instead of questioning his reasons. So let's be faithful to God, and especially if we encounter problems or difficult times in our life. And thank you also to our pupil interactor this morning, Erickson Niel Tigbabao of San Vicente Elementary School, for being part of Unlimited Stories for Reading Delights, and to your family. Thank you so much. Now, this time, let's have our next storyteller. But before that, I would like to read some shout outs from our live viewers this morning. So, to all of our live viewers, you can actually post your shout out. So, I will be able to read it. Okay, let me go ahead and check it here. Some comments from our live viewers this morning. And good morning to all of you. We are still live in Panabo City Division Reading Delights page, and also in DepEd Panabo City Facebook page, and also in our YouTube channel and Panabo Cable Channel 1. At the same time, if you're still listening in New Visayas Central 99.0 AIM Radio for a good start. So good morning to Patrick Carl Digay Amay, to Dwayne Rick James Aldente. Good morning to Marie Chris Marte from Don Manuel A. Havillana. Okay, hello, good morning sa inyong lahat. And also, good morning to Jonah May Ranoco Adlawan, to Cyrus Ahenga. Hello sa iyo. And to Raf Abelgas. Good morning to Micah De La Peña, to Tess Alejandro. Good morning. And to Glenda Sakal Hinay. Hello. Good morning. John Bermud S. Hinay. Okay, thank you. Good morning sa'yo. That's from grade 1 AAC Rizal Elementary School of Ma'am Let Obaldo Advisor. Hello, Ma'am Let. And good morning to Rochelle Coloma of San Pedro Elementary School, Panabo City. Also to shout out to Alisa Kate Romero Bigonia, to Marichu El Salvador. Hello, hi. To Mariette Baton. Good morning, watching from Manay National High School. And to Johnson Kagapi Bapilar. Shout out po from VNDES. Ayan, maraming salamat. Po, ang dami namang nag-shout out. At saka, meron pag tumapahabol from Sharon Aguirre Soltero. Hello, good morning. To Lawrence Esmie, good morning. From Lawrence Esmie F. Liga, watching from Panabo National High School. Ayan, to Shane Micah also, good morning ma'am, watching from Manay High School. Hello. Good morning sa inyong lahat, sa lahat ng ating live viewers, sa lahat ng mga estudyanteng nanonood. And keep watching kasi magpapatuloy pa tayo at marami pa kayong storya na mapakikinggan ngayong araw na ito. So this time, let me introduce to you our next storyteller. Our next storyteller this morning is from New Visayas Central Elementary School, and our school principal, Sir Julius I. Suelto. Hello, sir. I'm sure he is watching to us right now. And our school reading program is Read for Life. And the title of the story that she will share to us this morning is The Homeless Monkey. The author of this story is T. Albert and illustrated by Maa Illustrations. And this story will be shared to us by my co-teacher, Ma'am Jenny Muanya Madelo. Take it away.
Innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday. It's Reading Day. This is once again your storyteller, Teacher Jinli Muanya Madalo from New Visayas Central Elementary School with my pupil interactor, Dexel Rapas Jr.
Hello po, ma'am.
Wow, hello, Dexel. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm okay, ma'am.
That's great because you are okay. So, as we start, kids, I'm sure that everyone is ready and everyone is excited with our story. As we start, let's have first our quiz vocabulary. Okay, let's name this quiz vocabulary picture to word. Find a word that matches the picture. Okay, what do you think is the first picture, kids?
Monkey.
Okay, from Dexel, it's monkey. What about from our viewers? What do you think is the first picture? All right. So, while waiting for the answers of our viewers, let's now see the what do you think is the word? Let's see the next slide. Okay, that's correct. It's monkey. All right. Next, that one.
Forest.
What do you think is the word? Yes, that's a forest. That's great. That's a forest. Next picture.
Money.
All right, that's a money. So sorry because I can't there's a delay. I am watching right now the live, but there's a little bit delay of your comments. I mean of your answers. So that's why I can't read, but yes, later on I will be reading your answers. All right. So next picture please.
Robbers. Robber.
That's a rubber. Let's see from our viewers. Okay, this time I'm gonna wait. I'll give you time to type your answer. What do you think is a word? Somehow these pictures or these words will give us a picture of what our story is all about. Okay, from Raven Rush, his answer is rubber. All right, let's see what is the answer. All right, you got it correct. Rubber. Very good. And now let's begin with our story. The title of our story is The Homeless Monkey, written by T. Albert, illustrated by maaillustrations.com. Once upon a time, there lived a monkey who had no home of his own. They called him Springs, for he always walked with a bounce in his steps. He had sold everything he owned, and with that money, he had started traveling the world. He wanted to see the world's smallest and biggest wonders. He traveled from village to village, town to town, and offered his services to do work in exchange for food and shelter. He was a happy monkey and he loved helping people. One day, he passed through the village of Zivur, where 20 animals lived. He saw an old beaver. So he walked towards him and said, "Hello, Mr. Beaver. If I was to do some gardening work for you today, would you be so kind as to give me something to eat?" The old beaver agreed and asked Springs to do some gardening and fix up few things around the house. It was a long and tiring day for Springs, but enjoyed his day. When Springs returned to the house in the evening, the whole village had gathered there. There was a lot of food put out on a large wooden table, and everybody was celebrating as though a hero had come to their small village. They all had a great time that night. It was like a big party. There was dancing and lots of food, and Springs really enjoyed his evening. The following morning, when Springs was ready to leave, the old beaver approached Springs with tears in his eyes and said, "Thank you for joining us for dinner. Please come back whenever you have time. I have two boys around your age who I have not seen in 10 years. Spending time with you reminded me of my boys." Springs did not know what to say, so he just hugged the beaver, just like he would his father, and set off on his way with a promise to return one day. Springs had been walking for some time and was tired. He saw two highway robbers who pushed him down and took his bag away. When the robbers looked in his bag, they only found a rope, some tools, and some bread. They threw his bag on the ground and ran away. Springs picked up his backpack and continued on his journey. He started to think about all the good and bad in the world. The road was long and winding and finally led him to a dark forest. The only way he could continue his journey was to walk through the forest. Springs walked for more than an hour and then he realized he was lost. He decided to climb up a tree to relax and eat some of the bread the villagers had given him. Suddenly, Springs heard some voices shouting for help. He climbed down from the tree and ran in the direction the voices were coming from. Springs reached the place the voices were coming from. He saw that the two robbers who had pushed him earlier that day were trapped inside a deep hole in the ground. They were both trapped and couldn't get out and were yelling for help. Springs quickly reached into his backpack and grabbed the rope that was inside. He tied one end of the rope to a tree and threw the other end inside the hole. The robbers both quickly climbed up the rope to safety. The robbers were amazed that Springs had saved them. One robber asked, "Why did you help us? We pushed you and tried to rob you earlier." Springs replied, "There are good and bad people in this world. The good people do good things, and bad people do bad things. I have decided to be one of the good people." The two robbers were amazed by Spring's reply. Springs sold the rubbers. I have traveled far and wide, seen happiness as well as sorrow. I have met all kinds of people, good, bad, old, and young. I have experienced all sorts of bad things, but I have always tried to do only good things. As Prince was leaving, he gave the two robbers some bread with a smile and said, I have what I have said today. I hope what I have said today will help you realize that there is always a way to live without causing harm to others. All right, so that is our story about the homeless monkey. So, kids, I have here 7 questions for you to answer. Let's have the first question. All right, let me read to you the first question. What is the name of the monkey? What is the name of the monkey? Letter A, Summer. B, Mr. Beaver. C, Springs.
Letter C po, ma'am. Springs.
Dexel, your answer is letter C, Springs.
Springs.
Okay. And the correct answer for number 1 question is letter C, Springs. That's correct. All right, from Shinat Cuxon Roselia Rente, letter C po. From Zian Jude Flores, letter C po, ma'am. From Sheila May Ang Del Pozo, letter C. And the correct answer is letter C. Let's proceed now to number 2 question. Why does he sold everything that he owned? Why does he sold everything that he owned? Letter A, to feed his kids. Letter B, traveling the world. Or letter C, want to buy new gadgets. Let's see from our viewers what's their answer for question number 2. For question number 2, why does he sold everything that he owned? Let me ask you first, Dexel, what's your answer in number 2?
Letter B po, ma'am. Traveling the world.
Letter B, traveling the world. And from our viewers from Raven Rush, letter B, traveling the world. From Sheila May, letter B. And from Santino Tabura, letter B. From May Jerilyn, letter B. And the correct answer is traveling the world, letter B. Yes, that's what the monkey did. All right, next question. Number 3, why springs help the robbers? Why springs help the robbers? Letter A, he wants to be a good person. B, help him show the road. Or letter C, they give food and shelter to him.
Letter A po, ma'am. He wants to be a good person.
Okay, he wants to be a good person. Let's see from our viewers. From Raven Rush again, letter A, he wants to be a good person. From May Geraldine Tagalog Matulin, letter A. Lastly, from Bithina Luis Salem, letter A. And the correct answer is letter A. Very good. Number 4 question. Okay. Dexel, can you read the number 4 question?
What did he do when he traveled around the world? Letter A, help others. B, he robbed people. C. He went around to earn money.
Okay, that's the question number 4. So, what is your answer, viewers or kids? What's your answer for question number 4? What did he do when he traveled around the world? From Bithynia, letter A. From Raven Rush, letter A. He helped others. From Shilami, letter A. From Santino Tabura, letter A. And from you, Daxel, what is your answer?
Letter A po, ma'am. He helped others.
He helped others. Yes, that's what he did all around the world. He keeps on doing good things. Very good. Question number 4. Number 5, I mean. Why was the monkey called Springs? Why was the monkey called Springs? Letter A. He always walked, that's walked. He always walked with a bounce in his steps. B. He collects springs. Or letter C. He is flexible. Again, letter A. He always walked with a bounce in his steps. B. He collects springs. Or letter C. He is flexible.
A po,
From
ma'am.
Flores, letter A. From Kent Russell, letter A. And from Charmin Sanchez America, letter A. From Kent Russell Apari, letter A. And from you, Dexel, what is your answer for the 5th question?
Letter A po, ma'am. He always walked with a bounce in his steps.
All right, that's why he was called Springs, and that's correct. Very good. Thank you so much for our viewers. Very good. Your answers are correct. For the 6th question. Now, this time, just freely type your answer, whatever you want to answer for the 6th question. If you were Springs, would you save the 2 robbers and why? If you were Springs, would you save the 2 robbers and why? All right, just freely type your answer sa comment box. So would you help the 2 robbers even if they pushed you earlier or fight with you, tried to rob to you? If you were Springs, would you still help them? Let's see from your answer. What about you, Dexel? Will you still help the 2 robbers?
Yes po, ma'am.
Why?
Because I want to be a good person.
Yes, but are you also doing that, Dexel? Even if sometimes your friends they fight with you, they
Yes,
do bad
ma'am.
to you, are you still doing good to them?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that's great. That's great, Dexel. Okay, and I'm sure from our viewers also, no, from Zian Jude Flores, because I wanna be good. Wow, very good, Zian. You wanna be good. Yes, all of us want to be good, right? And from Sheila May Ang Del Pozo, yes, because to help others, what to because if from Bithina Louis Salem, I would say them because even they bully and hurt you, we still need to be kind to others. Wow, yes, let's be kind all the time, right? And from Sheena, because he is a good person. Springs was a good person. All right, thank you so much. That was great answers. Now let's proceed to our last question, number 7. Do you like traveling and where have you been to? Do you like traveling and where have you been to? Have you experienced traveling, kids, all around the world or wherever it is? And where have you been to? Okay. Sige nga, type your answer. Let's see, where have you been? Have you enjoyed traveling somewhere? I want to hear first from Dexel. Have you tried to travel, Dexel?
Yes, ma'am.
Where have you been?
I've been to Gobjen, Surigao, and Cagayan.
Wow! Sana all. You've been to Guvjen, Cagayan, and Surigao. Wow, that's great. I'm sure that you enjoyed Dexel. Let's see from our viewers. Where did they go? Okay, let's see from their answers. From Sheena, yes, she already traveled. Where have you been, Shena? Okay. I'm sure that the kids right now are busy typing with the places that they've been to from Zian in the People's Park. Oh, you went to People's Park. And from Bicina, yes, I love traveling. I traveled a lot of places in the Philippines. In Bohol, I saw lots of cute tarsier. Wow, Bicina, sana all. Yes, you really love traveling. And from Zian, Jensen, from Jill, from Sheila, she went to Kidapawan City. Wow, that's good. That's good. All right. So thank you so much for sharing your answers, kids. Now, let's see, what have you learned from our story for today? Okay, from the story that I read, what have you learned? Try to think and then just really type your answer because we will be discussing now the moral of the story. Okay, Dexel, what have you learned from our story?
Help people's help help bad peoples when you know they will gonna help you back.
Okay, so very good, Dexel. Let's still help people even if they fight with you. That's what you are trying to say, right? Let's
Mm.
still do kind things, or let's still be good to others, right? Even if
Mm.
sometimes other people fight with you. Okay, let's see from our viewers what they've learned from our story for today. From Bifina Louise Salem, always be kind and helpful. Even they hurt you, kindness will teach them lesson to be kind. Always forgive people. Wow, I like it. So let's always be kind and be helpful just like Bifina because those people who hurt you and still you do good, still you do kindness, it will teach them a lesson and at the same time they will think that what they did was wrong and then it's better to do good. All right, that's great. Let me show you the moral of our story for today. There is always a way to live without causing harm to others. No, this was the last statement of the monkey. There is always a way to live without causing harm to others. So all the time, let's do good because if we do good one day it will go back to us. Whatever that we do, it will go back to us. All right, whether you do good, you do bad, there's always a something that something return to you. All right. So, and from our viewers, yes, they are so busy typing with their answers, with what they've learned with our story for today. So let us not forget, kids, even if sometimes people will harm us, people will do bad to us, let's still do good because the Lord God who is in heaven watching over us will always every time that we do good, he will also reward us with good things. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for listening, kids, for our story, especially for those kids who are so active participating with us, even for the kids who are listening to us through our FM radio station 99.0. Thank you so much po for all the parents who are always supporting their kids to be with us every Friday. Maraming maraming salamat. And Dexel, thank you so much for your active participation. You're always ready every Friday, every time that I am inviting you to be with me, to be with us. And of course, to your parents, thank you so much, Dexel. Tell
You're
your mama
welcome,
and
Mom.
papa, send my regards to them. Thank you so much. And
Welcome.
once again, for all our viewers and listeners, thank you and may God bless us all.
Innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Jen Lee, Moanya Modelo, and to our pupil interact actor today, Dexel Rapas. Thank you so much. Okay, and she shared to us a story titled "The Homeless Monkey," and it gives us a moral lesson. There is always a way to live without causing harm to others. Yes, that's true. And if you cannot help others, if you cannot do that, at least do not harm others. That's according to Dalai Lama. And that's our prime purpose in this life. So just do good to others instead. Okay, and also, let's continue to our next story reader this morning. I'm sure she's excited to share her story also. She's from Panabo City National High School, and their school principal is Mamemia B. Infiesto, Principal 4, and their school reading program is Project Athena. And the story that she will share to us this morning is entitled Audrey Hepburn, and this is written by Maria Isabel Vigara and illustrated by Amaya Arazola. And this story will be shared to us by Ma'am Aya Marie G. Cadorna.
Innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
Hello everyone, how are you? Well, now, this moment, let me tell you the story of Audrey Hepburn. This story is written by Maria Isabel Sanchez Vergara and illustrated by Amaya Arazola. Are you ready? Well, let's begin. Little Audrey lived in a town called Arnhem in the Netherlands. She dreamed of what she would do when she grew up. Would she become a ballerina? Or maybe an actress? But one day, on her way to ballet class, Audrey saw soldiers on the streets. War had broken out. She watched many families being sent away from their homes, including children just like her. It was a hard time for Audrey and all of the other children. There was very little food and they were often hungry. Audrey became very ill. Now, how did the war affect Audrey's life? How did the war affect Audrey's life? Mm-hmm. Well, let's find out what's the answer of how did the war affect Audrey's life. All right. Audrey and all of the other children were often hungry, and even Audrey became very ill. Let's move on. At last, the fighting ended, and Audrey moved to London to study dance. Her teacher said she was too weak from the war to become a ballerina. But Audrey did not give up. She decided to act and dance in musicals instead. Before long, she was making her first Hollywood film, driving around Rome with the famous actor Gregory Peck. Now, what did Audrey do when she was told she was too weak to be a ballerina? What did Audrey do when she was told she was too weak to be a ballerina? She was sad. What else? Yes, she did not give up. She decided to act and dance in musicals instead. Thank you so much. She didn't give up. Thank you so much for your answers. Every role she played was different from the one before. One day she was a nun, and the next a princess. She had a simple rule for her life: dance as though no one is watching, sing as though no one can hear you, live as though heaven is on earth. She also liked to spend time alone in her apartment. Every day at breakfast, she read letters from her fans. She was loved by millions of people around the world. Audrey won award after award, but she worried that she didn't deserve them. While she was a Hollywood star who seemed to have everything, she never forgot that there were children in the world who were hungry, just like she had been. Now, what kind of roles did Audrey take in her acting career? What kind of roles did Audrey take in her acting career? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's find out what's the answer. Okay, she played the role of a nun and a princess. Okay, thank you so much. And how did Audrey feel about winning awards for her films and plays? How did Audrey feel about winning awards for her films and plays? She was. What do you think is the answer? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's find out. She is worried that she didn't deserve them. Okay, thank you so much for your answers. One day, a charity offered her a new role. They asked her to become their official ambassador and visit children all over the world. So, Audrey traveled to India and to Africa. Wherever she went, Audrey tried to make every child happy. She helped raise money to provide children with water, food, and medicine. Audrey spent the rest of her life helping people across the globe, and that made her happier than acting or dancing ever had. Now, what cause did Audrey focus on in her later life? She helped raise money to provide children with water, food, and medicine. And Audrey spent the rest of her life helping people across the globe. And so, what have you learned from today's story about Audrey Hepburn? Well, let me tell you these two things. First one, we have you can tell more about a person by what he says about others than you can by what others say about him. And another one, It's so important to just be happy. You get one chance to make the best of your life, so you should try your hardest to enjoy it. Do what makes you happy and forget the little negative things, because after all, they only matter if you spend too much time thinking about them. Instead, collect happy moments and have fun. How about you guys? What have you learned from Audrey Hepburn's story? Feel free to comment your answers on the comment box below. And I hope you have liked our story about Audrey Hepburn. Thank you so much for listening and for watching. Again, see you soon. Bye.
Innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
All right, thank you so much, Ma'am. I am Marie G. Cadorna of Panabo City National High School. She shared the story entitled Audrey Hepburn, and it gives us a lesson that you cannot tell more about a person by what he says about others than you can, but by what others say about him. And also, it is important to just be happy. You get one chance to make the best of your life, so you should try your hardest to enjoy it and do what makes you happy and forget little negative things, because after all, they only matter if you spend too much time thinking about them and instead collect happy moments and have fun. Yes. So that is true. And what you say about other people says way more about than the people you talk about. And also enjoy life, live life to the fullest, and stop overthinking. Okay, just enjoy your life. All right, thank you so much, Ma'am Aya Marie G. Cadorna. And now let's continue to our next story reader this morning. Our next story reader will be our last story reader this morning. Before that, let me read some shout outs again from our live viewers. So, to all of our live viewers, please comment down below your shout outs. Okay, I will read your shout outs this morning. Hi to all of our live viewers from Ann Caballero. Hello, good morning. Thank you so much for watching. To Bethina Louise Salem, good morning. And also to Zian Jude Flores, thank you so much for your participation. To okay, let me read some other comments here from Asia Thea Singson. Hello, thank you so much for participating. To Zian Jude Flores, I guess I already mentioned his name. Okay, and to Sheila May Ang Del Pozo. All right, thank you so much for your participation, and good morning to all of our live viewers who is still watching to us right now. Okay, let's continue. Our next storyteller is from Panabo City National High School, and their school principal is Mamemia B. Infiesto, and the reading program is Proyektong Athena. And the title of the story, Manik Buang Si Kwentong Bayan sa Zamboanga. Again, Manik Buang Si Kwentong Bayan sa Zamboanga. And ang author po nito ay si Virgilio S. Almario, Ibarra Cruz Crisostomo, at si Leandro M. Giron. And ang illustrator po nito ay from VDC Channel. Ayan. And this will be shared to us by Sir Reneth E. Portan.
Innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat, lalong-lalo na po sa inyo mga manonood, nandyan po sa ating FB Live, dyan po sa ating YouTube. So, ngayon, mayroon naman po tayong panibagong kwento na kapupulutan naman ng aral. Kaya halina, ating tunghayan Pakinggan ng mabuti at atin ang simulan. Ang pamagat ng ating kwento ngayong umaga ay Manik Buwangsi, Kwentong Bayan ng Zamboanga. Ito ay larawan at guhit mula sa VDC channel. Kwento at isinulat ni Virgilio S. Almario, Ibarra Cruz Crisostomo, Leonardo M. Giron. So bago yan, ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng kwentong bayan? Ang kwentong bayan ay bahagi ng ating katutubong panitikan, nagsimula bago pa man dumating ang mga Espanyol. So ibig sabihin, bago pa lang tayo sinakop ng mga Kastila ay nandito na ang kwentong bayan. Ito ay lumaganap sa iba't ibang henerasyon na magpasa hanggang ngayon ay ating tinatangkilik rin. At karaniwang naglalahad ng kaugalian at tradisyon ng lugar kung saan ito nagsimula at lumaganap. So ibig sabihin, ang kwentong bayan ito ay kwento mula sa isang partikular na bayan. So yun ang pakahulugan. Kung ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng kwentong bayan? Atin ang simulan. Noon, may isang sultan na may 7 anak na dalaga. Ang bunso ang pinakamaganda sa lahat. Ang kanyang pangalan ay Tuan Putli. Para sa una nating katanungan, sino ang pinakamaganda sa 7 anak ni Sultan? Pwede niyo pong ilagay ang inyong mga kasagutan dito sa ating comment section. A. Maria Clara, B. Clara, C. Tuan Putli. So tingnan natin ang inyong mga kasagutan. Okay, mula kay Santino Tabura, letter C, Tuan Putli, magaling. At kay Labaho Ruth Macabane Malabaho, letter C, Tuan Putli. Nang magdalaga si Tuan Putli ay maraming dugong bughaw ang lumigaw sa kanya. Ngunit hindi niya pinapansin ng mga ito. Sapagkat sa kanyang panaginip, nakita na niya ang lalaki na kanyang iniibig. Siya, si Manik Buwangsi. Datapwat si Manik Buwangsi ay hindi isang pangkaraniwang tao. Siya ay isang nilalang na walang kamatayan at nakatira sa puok ng mga bathala. Para sa pangalawang katanungan, alin sa mga sumusunod ang pangalan ng taong napanaginipan ni Tuan Putli? A. Sultan, B. Manik Buwangsi, letter C. Bathala. Sino kayang yung napanigitan ni Tuan Putli? Okay, mula kay Ma'am Joanna Adlawan, letter B. Tama niyong kasagutan. Manik Buwangsi. Kay Renz Morindoque. Maraming salamat. Sa panaginip lang niya dinadalaw si Tuan Putli. Dumating ang araw na hindi na matiis pa ni Manik Buwangsi ang kanyang pag-ibig kay Tuan Putli. Dumating ang araw na hindi na matiis pa ni Manik Buwangsi ang kanyang pag-ibig kay Tuan Putli. Kung kaya't kinausap niya si Ala. Pumayag naman si Ala na bumaba si Manik Buwangsi sa lupa. Pero si Manik Buwangsi ay nag-anyong isang ginintuang bayabas. Napasakamay siya ng isang matandang babaeng pulubi. Sa ating pangatlong katanungan, nag-anyong prutas si Manik Buwangsi para makababa sa lupa. Anong prutas ito? Ano nga ba yun? Letter A, mangga. B, saging. C, bayabas. Ano nga ba ang tamang kasagutan? Kay Santino Tabura, letter C. Renz Marinduque, letter C po. At kay Matulin, letter C. Magaling. Bayabas. Nang bigyan ni Tuan Putli ang pulubi ng limos, ay binigay naman ng pulubi ang prutas sa kanya. Itanim mo ito sa iyong hardin. Ang bungang ito ay iyong kapalaran, sabi ng matandang pulubi. Itinanim ni Tuan Putli ang bunga. Tumubo agad ito at nagbunga ng marami. Pinitas nito ang pinakamalaki at pinakamagandang bunga at iyon ay dinala niya sa kanyang silid. Sa loob ng bungang iyon ay naroon si Manik Buwangsi. Sa gabi, nagmumula sa bungang iyon ng isang kakaibang liwanag. Pagkatapos, lalabas si Manik Buwangsi at panonoorin ang mukha ng isang magandang dayang-dayang. Saka lamang siya bumabalik sa loob ng mangga bunga kapag tumilaok na ang mga manok. Ngunit sa isang pagkakataon, nakatulog si Manik Buwangsi. Nang magising siya, ay nakasikat na ang araw. Kung gayon, isa kang katotohanan, ani ni Tuan Putli. Sa ating pang-apat na katanungan, kailan babalik si Manik sa pagiging prutas? A. Umaga at kapag tumilaok na ang manok. B. Hating gabi. C. Madaling araw. Ano nga ba ang tamang kasagutan dito? Pwede niyong ilagay ang mga kasagutan dyan sa ating comment section. Mula kay Rafael Toledo na kung saan nanonood sa YouTube, ang kasagutan niya ay letter A. Renz Marinduque, letter A po. At kay Ma'am Janet Tabunggar, hi Ma'am, letter A po. Tama ang iyong kasagutan, umaga at kapag tumitalaok na ang manok. Magaling! Nanatili sina Manik Buwangsi at Tuan Putli sa lupa. Sa kabilang dako, nangimbulo ang mga kapatid ni Tuan Putli sa kanyang magandang kapalaran. Hanggang sa maisip ng tatlong dalaga na sirain ang magandang ugnayan ng dalawa. Hindi ka dapat magtiwala sa asawa mo. Maaring isa lamang siyang masamang espiritu, sabi ng kanyang kapatid. Maganda siyang lalaki. Sigurado mo bang ikaw lang ang babaeng minamahal niya? Sa tingin ko, ay isa lamang si mga babaeng dumaan sa buhay niya. Paluluhain kanyang palang araw. Ano yan ang kanyang mga kapatid? Dahil sa patuloy na paninira ng kanyang mga kapatid, ay tuluyan ng nalaso ng kanyang isipan. Naging selosa si Tuan Putli kalaunan. Palagi niyang inaaway si Manik Buwangsi. Ipinasya niyang bumalik na siya sa kanyang pinagmulan. Sa kapangyarihang taglay niya ay naging isang mabikas na puting kabayo at isang Chris. Nagsisi si Tuan Putli at nagmakaawang isama siya ni Manik Buwangsi. Pumayag si Manik Buwangsi. Sa kanilang paglalakbay ay biglang binalot sila ng makapal na alikabok. Ang mga dahon ng mga damo sa paligid ay nagmistulang Chris. Ngunit buong tapang na sinagupa ni Manik Buwangsi ang lahat. Hanggang sa dumating sila sa isang mahaba at makipot na tulay. Sa ilalim ng tulay ay isang ilog na kumukulo at mula roon ay maririnig ang daing ng mga nagdurusa. Mahigpit ang yakap ni Tuan Putli sa bewang ng asawa. Hindi ako magdidilat ng mata, pangako niya. Pipikit ako. Ngunit hindi kaginsa-ginsa, biglang nakarinig ng tinig si Tuan Putli. Siya ang tinatawag nito. Tuan Putli, Tuan Putli, Tuan Putli. Daing ng tinig. Ang tinig na iyon ay katulad ng kanyang yumaong ina. Hindi na nakapigil pa si Tuan Putli. Tumingin siya sa ibaba at bigla ring hinigop siya ng isang malakas na hangin pababa. Para sa ating panglimang katanungan, bakit nga ba nahulog si Tuan Putli sa tulay? A. Dahil natakot siya. Letter B. Dahil narinig niya ang inakalang boses ng kanyang ina. Letter C. Dahil gusto siyang bumalik sa kanilang palasyo. Bakit nga ba siya nahulog? Mula kay Ma'am Tabonggar, B po. Santino Tabura, B. At kay Renz Marinduque na nanonood sa Facebook, letter B. Kay Rafael Toledo, letters C. Okay, so ang tamang kasagutan ay letter B. Dahil narinig niya yung boses ng kanyang ina. Okay, magaling po. Sa lahat po sumagot ng letter B, magaling po. Wala nang nagawa si Manik Buwangsi at alam niyang nawala na sa kanya nang tuluyan si Tuan Putli. Mahirap talaga para sa isang tao ang umakyat sa langit sapagkat kadalasan ay hindi siya nakikinig sa paalaala. Ang mensahe ng ating kwento, magtiwala sa taong tunay na nagmamahal sa atin, makinig sa mga mabubuting payo, at ipagsawalang bahala ang mga walang katuturang mga sabi-sabi sa paligid. Naway meron kayo natutunan sa ating kwento, naway naikintal sa inyong mga isip at puso ang mensahe ng ating kwento. So at doon lamang po nagtatapos. Ako po ang inyong kwentista, Binibining Reneth E. Porton. Hanggang sa muli, paalam!
Innovation, integration, industry-based learning, inspiration. This is the division of Panabo City, the forefront of eradicating illiteracy.
Thank you so much to Ma'am Reneth E. Porton. It's Ma'am Reneth E. Porton of Panabo City National High School. And she shared to us the story na may pamagat na Manik Buwangsi, kwentong bayan sa Zamboanga na nagbigay sa atin ng aral na magtiwala sa taong tunay na nagmamahal sa atin, makinig sa mga mabubuting payo at ipagsawalang bahala ang mga walang katuturang mga sabi-sabi sa paligid. Ayan. So, pahalagahan natin yung mga taong nagmamahal sa atin, na nagpapakita ng tunay na pagmamahal. At huwag tayong makinig ng mga negative comments sa ibang tao. So, pakinggan natin yung mga mabubuting komento na kanilang maibahagi sa atin o bigay na tulong sa atin or yung komento na talagang makakatulong sa atin para mas lalo pa nating mahalin yung tao na nagbigay ng pahalaga sa atin. Ayan, para maging mabuti din ang relasyon natin. Hindi lang sa ating karelasyon, kundi sa ating kapwa at sa ating pamilya. Ayan. Okay, maraming salamat sa lahat ng ating readers this morning. Wow, talagang sila ay nagbahagi ng mga magagandang kwento ngayong araw. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. And we are still live from the station of New Visayas On Air, 99.0 AM Radio for a good start. And live pa rin tayo sa DepEd Panabo Facebook page, pati na rin sa Panabo City Reading Delights page, at saka naman sa ating YouTube channel at sa Panabo Cable Channel 1. Okay? And of course, we encourage all the learners po to make a reflection. So you can send a video or screenshots or pictures showing how unlimited stories for reading delights help you. Ayan. So you can send it to your teachers at sila na naman ang mag-send ito sa ating reading coordinator. So again, we are encouraging all our learners, all of our viewers to make a reflection. Okay? Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat sa pakikinig. Gusto ko lang pasalamatan bago tayo magtapos ang ating mga story readers this morning na talagang nagbigay ng panahon para sa atin. Unang-una ang ating story reader sa Kinder 2, Grade 3 sa MTB na si Sir Irian C. Hirondio. Maraming salamat sa iyo, Sir, at sa iyong school principal na nagbigay ng opportunity sa iyo na maging bahagi ng ating programa, si Sir Adreline A. Gumilan. Maraming salamat po, of Santa Cruz Elementary School. Maraming salamat din kay Ma'am Bernalyn May F. Opoy, ang ating story reader sa Filipino Kinder 2 Grade 3 of Rizal Elementary School. Pati na rin sa iyong school principal na si Ma'am Ramilyn F. Antalan, at saka sa iyong pupil interactor na si Miel Azaria D. Galaura. At maraming salamat din sa pupil interactor ni Sir Irene kanina sa MTB na si Francis Dave C. Pinili. Maraming salamat. At sa ating pangatlong story reader kanina na si Ma'am Janeline C. Hamaga of San Vicente Elementary School for English Kinder to Grade 3. Ayan. And thank you to your school principal, Ma'am Rosemary S. Patriarca. And to our fourth storyteller, Ma'am Janly Moanya Madelo. Thank you. And to our school principal, Sir Julius I. Suelto. Ayan, she's our storyteller for grade 4 to grade 6 in English. Okay. And for English Junior High School, thank you also to our storyteller, Ma'am Aya Marie G. Cadorna of Panabo City National High School. And maraming salamat din sa inyong school principal na si Ma'am Memia B. Enfiesto. And thank you also to our last storyteller kanina na si Ma'am Roneth E. Porton of Panabo City National High School, and sa inyong school principal na si Ma'am Memia B. Enfiesto. At sa mga nakasama pa natin pupil interactor kanina, si Eric Soniel Tigbaba of San Vicente Elementary School, and of course to Dexel Rapas Jr. of New Visayas Central Elementary School. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat sa pag-accept ng challenge na maging part ng ating program today. Ayan, so marami tayong pasasalamatan. Kaya magbibigay tayo ng oras para rito sa mga taong naging bahagi ng ating programa na maging successful ito, hindi lang today, hanggang pa sa susunod na mga programa natin, sa susunod pa na mga segment natin. And I would like to give thanks to the people behind the success of this program, of course, to our DepEd officials, headed by our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Renante A. Solitario. Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful opportunity. And to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Fabigay L. Refamonte. And to our CID Chief, Surgeon Wario A. Iyamota, and to our SGOD Chief, Ma'am Eileen Anyunuevo. Ayan, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat, and to our Division Reading Coordinator and Education Program Supervisor in English, Ma'am Maria Perpetua Angelita Suelto. Thank you so much po, ma'am, for coming up this wonderful program for all of our learners. Ayan. And of course, thank you also to our our Education Program Supervisor in Filipino, Sir Peter Mijares, and to our Education Program Supervisor in MTB, Ma'am Joanny Aguilar, and to our Education Program Supervisor in Araling Panlipunan, Ma'am Marisa Vihayoma, and Education Program Supervisor in Science, Ma'am Helia Pueblo. And also maraming salamat din po sa lahat-lahat ng teachers, lahat ng school heads na naging bahagi po ng ating program sa Reading Delights, Unlimited Stories for Reading Delights. Ayan. And thank you also to our Division Digital Media Productions team. Sila po ang nasa likod ng ating DepEd TV Aralan. Kaya pasasalamatan po natin sila, lalong-lalo na every Friday for airing our Unlimited Stories for Reading Delights sa DepEd Panabo City Division, DepEd Panabo Facebook page, at saka sa Panabo City Reading Delights page. Ayan, thank you to Sir June Aguilon, our overall production director, to Sir Neil Michael Diasis, our floor director, and to Sir Tyron Duhali, our technical director, and to Sir Januario Yamata, our station manager, and to our SDS, Sir Renante A. Solitario, and also to our ASDS, Ma'am Fabigay L. Rafamonte as our executive producers. And thank you also to Panabo Cable Channel 1 family, to Ma'am Alexandra Chu and Sir James Chu. Thank you so much po. And I would like to give thanks also sa mga kasamaan ko as in charge of the scheduling of readers in all case stages and language areas, to Ma'am Aya Marie Cadorna, to Ma'am Elsie Iniego, to Ma'am Katrina Coray Gonzalez, to Ma'am Carmelita Obaldo, to Ayan Reggie Paring, and to Ma'am Donna Quino, to Sir Arcel Gakasan, and to Ma'am Gordon Lynn Arisgado. Thank you so much po sa inyong lahat, sa lahat ng tulong para maging successful ang ating program every Friday. And thank you also to our barangay officials here in New Visayas, to our Barangay Captain Honorable Mark Edward Peñas. Maraming salamat po, sir, sa makasamahan ko din ng mga TWG sa Unlimited Source for Reading Delights. Of course, our controller for today, Sir Roland Obeso, and kasama din po natin si Ma'am Kimberly W. Absin, and si Ma'am Sheila Marie de Los Reyes, may co-anchor po, Ma'am Lani Pausal, kasama din po natin. Ayan, maraming salamat sa lahat. And of course, sa lahat ng teachers, lahat ng mga estudyante sa Panabo City Division, sa lahat ng mga magulang na I'm sure nandyan sa gilid lang ng kanyang anak ngayon na gumagabay. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat, sa inyong walang sawang suporta. At maraming salamat din sa palaging panunood sa amin every Friday. Ayan, so magkita-kita ulit tayo. And of course, thank you, Lord. We have to thank God for this wonderful blessing na binibigay niya sa atin, lalo na sa gift of life. Ayan. So this has been Teacher Davila Ramos Villarmino, and we'll see you again next time na naman po sa panibagong episode ng Unlimited Stories for Reading the Lights. So keep safe, everyone. God bless. Bye.
Minsan sa buhay ay may mga tanong kung bakit ganito, ganyan at nakaganon.
Sa paglalakbay sa hamon ng buhay ay matutunan natin na maging matatag at matibay.
Sa kabila ng mga pinagdadaanan, patuloy sa pagbabahagi ng kaalaman, kaliwat kanan ng problema, ngunit kaagapay ang bawat isa.
Makakayanan ko, makakayanan mo. Mga unos sa buhay ay malalagpasan to, basta't magtiwala. Tayo'y may pag-asa.
Asahan mong kami ay gagabay sa'yo, liwanag ay abot sa anumang sulok ng mundo. Kami may tiwala, tunay na pinagpala. Kapag kaysa ng bawat layunin ay makikita malasakit at ika'y diringgin.
Ilalayo sa pangamba, ilalapit sa pangarap, pangarap na makamit ang kinabukasan.
Sa kabila ng mga pinagdaraanan, patuloy sa pagbabahagi ng kaalaman, kaliwat kanan ng problema, ngunit gagapay ang bawat isa.
Makakayanan ko, makakayanan mo. Mga unos sa buhay
magtiwala. Tayo'y may pag-asa. Asahan mo, kami ay gagabay sa'yo. Liwanag ay abot saan magsulok ng mundo. Kami may tiwala. Tunay na pinagpala.
Sa palipas ng oras ng buhay,
Baon-baon ang kaalamang hatid ng ating gabay.
di magatubili sa pagkamit ng ating limit.
Ikaw at ako, maghahayag ng panibagong mundo.
Panibagong ikaw.
Makakayanan ko, makakayanan mo. Mga unos sa buhay ay malalagpasan to, basta't magtiwala. Tayo'y may pag-asa. Asahan mo, kami ay gagabay sa'yo. Liwanag ay abot saan ang sulok ng mundo. Kami may tiwala. Tunay na pinagpala. Makakayanan ko, makakayanan mo. Mga unos sa buhay ay malalagpasan to, basta't magtiwala. Tayo'y may pag-asa. Asahan mo, kami ay gagabay sa'yo. Liwanag ay abot saan magsulok ng mundo. Kami may tiwala.